When you hear the name OpenAI, your mind probably jumps straight to ChatGPT, right? But today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at Sam Altman's real vision. And let me tell you, it's so much bigger than just a chatbot. We're talking about a full-blown technological empire in the making, on a scale that's almost hard to wrap your head around.
So let's just pause on this for a second. The biggest data center in the history of humankind. He's not just throwing words around here. This isn't hyperbole. This is basically the mission statement for the sheer physical scale of what he's building. This is the key, right? It helps you understand that everything you see, everything you interact with, that's just the tiny tip of a gigantic iceberg.
Yeah, to really get what's going on, you have to zoom out from the chat window. Altman is basically an architect, and he's designing this huge, interconnected system with one crazy, audacious goal: to build artificial general intelligence. That's AI with human-like reasoning, and then weave it into the very fabric of our world.
All right, so what's the big idea? What's the central theory that connects all of these massive bets OpenAI is making? Well, Altman himself lays it out pretty clearly. He sees it as this vertically integrated stack. Think of it like an engine with three key parts that just constantly feed each other in this incredible loop.
And here it is. He calls it the OpenAI flywheel. It's actually a pretty brilliant model. It all kicks off with the research lab, right? That's where they find the big breakthroughs. Then those breakthroughs get funneled into products, like ChatGPT. And this is the genius part. The success of those products, the money they make, the data they gather, that all gets plowed back into building out the massive infrastructure. And what does that infrastructure do? It powers the next round of research. See? It's this powerful, self-fueling loop.
Okay, now this is what I find fascinating. It's this admission. You have to remember, Sam Altman comes from the world of venture capital. The whole philosophy there is to bet on specialized companies that do one thing and do it better than anyone else. But he basically says, you know what? I was wrong. He realized that for a mission this huge, this insane, OpenAI has to build pretty much everything themselves. They've got to control the entire stack from the silicon all the way up to the user.
All right, so they've got this powerful engine. The question is, how are they actually using it to push the limits? Let's take a look at the real frontier stuff. And we have to start with the tool that just blew everyone's mind, Sora.
Right, so for you and me, Sora looks like this mind-blowing tool for making videos, and it is. But for Altman and the team at OpenAI, it's something way deeper. Internally, they call it a world model. Think about that. It's not just about making pretty pictures, it's an AI that's starting to understand the actual physics and logic of our world. And that's a massive, massive step toward AGI. Plus, on the outside,